Now back to the show. This is The Law Show on CL 650.
Good to have you with us this Sunday morning as we talk to Joe Murphy and Derek Ma from MurphyBattista LLP, a Vancouver personal injury law firm downtown in the Scotia Tower at Georgia and Granville, and online, by the way, at MurphyBattista.com. We're talking disability insurance, something we all think we know something about, but as it turns out, not many of us know a great deal about it at all. And so we've been trying to sort things out. And Joe Murphy, talk to us a little bit about these awards, because one of the things that you and Derek have identified is when a disability claim is made, it's based on your ability to do your job or not.
Inability to
That's
do the
right.
job. Yeah.
And so if you can't do your job, then you will be compensated. But that only goes for so long, and then there's a redecision point, isn't there?
Sterling, the standard policy says that if you can't do your own job for 2 years, we the insurance company, pay you benefits. But beyond the 2 years, you've got to show you can't do any job that you're otherwise suited for.
Okay.
And it's almost invariable that the insurance company, the disability insurance company, will cut people off at that 2-year level, saying, okay, we've paid you benefits based on the fact you can't do your old job, but
right.
We now think you can go out and do something else. And if someone walks and talks and functions, fairly normally, they say, well, there's always
surely
something
to goodness
you
can make a living.
And I had a client several years ago. He was a railway worker. He lived in the Kootenays. He went in for some surgery. He had a heart attack on the operating room table. Great place to have a heart attack because they revived him quite quickly, and he goes to rehab, and the doctor says, okay, you've got to understand that your work life is finished because any kind of activity puts you at risk of having another heart attack.
Okay.
So the insurance company pays him for the 2 years and then cuts him off. So I got involved, and I said, okay, well, what are you saying he can do? Well, we think he can do a variety of things. He then had a stress test on a treadmill just to see how much physical capacity he had. He arrested again on the treadmill.
He had a heart attack.
Yeah, a heart attack and dropped dead. Unfortunately, he was in a hospital, so they revived him again.
He's now been revived for a second time.
And the doctor again says, I told you, you can't do anything.
Right.
So I'm acting for this fellow saying, pay him his benefits. And they're saying, well, we think he can do a variety of jobs. And I said, okay, give me a few examples so I can understand this. Well, we think he can operate a kiosk in a parking lot. And I said, and what makes you think he can do that? Well, he doesn't have to do anything. He just sits inside the booth. And I said, well, but if he has to go out and do anything, then the doctor said he can't do that. And by the way, he lives in Cranbrook. Cranbrook doesn't have any parking lots with kiosks.
That's right.
And they said, well. In the end, they paid him. But my God, it was such a struggle. And did he have to die a third time before they'd say, okay, we'll pay you?
Well,
but fortunately not. They
I suppose
paid
it's
him
the
benefits.
2 heart attacks that's a little shocking here.
You can't fake that. You can't fake that. But it was the doctor who kept on saying to him, the heart specialist, I told you can't do anything. You've got to be so quiet in your life.
Right.
And they're saying, okay, let's find you something. How about a kiosk operator in a parking lot?
So is that the way a lot of these cases come to the firm then, Derek? People have had benefits awarded, but at the expiry date of 2 years, they get cut off because the insurer decides that, well, you can do something, so you're cut off. And then they go, no, I can't. And then they go to see you then?
Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. It usually happens around the 2-year mark. Quite often as well, it does happen because the insurance company's written to the claimant and said, your doctor hasn't provided us with enough information to prove that you're still disabled, so we're going to terminate your claim at this point.
Right.
And it goes back to that whole problem again is usually it's the family doctors that are filling out these forms for insurance companies. They don't know what it means, some of the terms, but they want to help their patient, so they decide to complete the form.
Right.
Not knowing what it means.
Yeah, the dilemma there, Sterling, is the doctor completes the form and the insurance company says, oh, you haven't provided us with enough information. And I'm thinking, okay, well, why aren't there more boxes on the form?
Well, yeah.
Where did the doctor fall short? The reality is, it seems no matter how much medical information they have, the decision's been made. We're not going to pay this fellow.
Right, right. And so if the doctor makes an incorrect notation or tries to extrapolate a number and go 6 months, it'd be better in 6 months. And you were saying earlier
that's written in stone.
That
then
can be instantly binding. So
well, it's not, but in the insurance company looks at it as, okay, we're going to draw that as a finish line for benefits, regardless of what else we find out.
It's no wonder then, both of you, that doctors are so reluctant to sign forms. I mean, they're not lawyers. They're very, very busy medical people. And, you know, we come at them, and you usually go to a doctor's office now, and the first thing you see on the receptionist desk is, if you have a form, it's going to cost you cash to get it filled out, and don't expect it to be done today. They just don't want any part of it anymore.
Well, and then from the claimant's point of view, it's a very difficult process to go through as well, because you're paying for these forms. Insurance company says, I don't have enough information, and go get me a report from your doctor, and that report may cost you thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And you're not being paid in the meantime. So where do you get that money from? It's a really difficult predicament to be in.
It's a David and Goliath situation where the insurance company has all the resources in the world, and they have your money.
Yes.
And you don't have an income coming in, and you don't have much, if any, money, and you don't have the knowledge they have. So David and Goliath.
And so this is the classic moment in the program where we instruct or advise people on what to do when they hit this fork in the road. They've either been denied outright, or they've received a partial claim and then been cut off. So, time to see a lawyer.
Yeah, time to phone a lawyer. People are reluctant, I think, to the idea of coming down to an office and having a visit. That intimidates them, but a phone call is quick and easy, and oftentimes can address the problem.
And should they have the courage to meet you face-to-face across the desk at the office of Murphy-Battista, you won't even charge them for that initial confrontation, will you?
Correct.
But you know, clearly, if there's a possibility to just make a phone call, if you're a person and you or you know someone who's going through the disability insurance blues, and that's putting it quite lightly, perhaps our friends at Murphy-Battista would be the people who can take you to the next level, because you hit that brick wall and there's no going through it. You've got to do something different.
Sterling, a modern-day option to the phone call even is through our firm website that has the ability to send us inquiries about cases or problems. That's done through the website.
Sure.
We then respond either by email or phone call or a mix of the two.
Okay.
And again, it avoids the need to arrange and actually come down for a visit.
Well, that gives me an excellent opportunity to plug the website one more time, because it's got the address, the phone number, including the toll-free for our friends listening on Vancouver Island right now. They got you covered with an 888 number. All of the information, including Joe Murphy and Derek Ma and all of the lawyers at Murphy-Battista, all of the email contact points and phone numbers are at MurphyBattista.com. And again, Battista is Battista, MurphyBattista.com. Joe Murphy, Derek Ma, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sterling.
Good to have you along. It's been a most enlightening hour on disability insurance. And we'll see you next time right here on The Law Show.